This is Greg with Infront Security. We make a password policy enforcement tool for Windows, and recently many of our customers have asked how to extend the age of a password without making a change to the Windows maximum password age and without actually having the user change their password. I suspect this is related to the transition of so many employees working from home and not wanting to burden the help desk with password resets. So I'm going to share with you a trick that we had used many years ago when I did consulting work. So I'll take, first we'll look at the password policy. So on this particular network, it's a 120-day max age. Now let's look at an account. So I'll do net user, I'll give it an account name, test 223. And this particular account, we see the last password set time was January 1st, 2019. Now, the password expiration time is actually set as a calculated value. It takes the Windows password policy, which is 120 days, adds that to the last password set time. So I'm just going to use this as an example. This is a test account, of course, and I want to show you how I'm going to reset the age of this account without actually changing the user's password or changing the maximum age on the domain. So here is the trick. I'll show you a manual way to do it, and then of course you would want to script to automate this. But if I go to this account in ADUC, and I go to the properties, and I check the box for user must change password at next logon, and say OK. And now I go back and I clear the box and say OK. By doing that, when I first check the box, it resets the password age to 0. So notice, no one has changed their password, and I have not modified the password maximum age settings in the domain, yet now this password is good for another 120 days. So this is something you could use to get some temporary relief from those who may be burdening the help desk with password resets, especially in the work from home environment we're experiencing right now. And as I said, this is a manual way to do it. You could automate this using some scripts, and that's exactly what we did in doing consulting work. We would usually run a script during out-of-office hours. We may run it at 10 o'clock or at midnight during the evening when most users are out of the office, and we would run through the script to force the password change at next logon, and then run the script again a second time, or a second script that would clear that flag. So users, when they came in the next day, had no knowledge this was done. Now, one thing to be careful of: suppose I have 10,000 users and I reset this, reset everyone's password age essentially, and it's a 120 days max age. In that case, in 120 days, I will be inundated with tons of password reset issues perhaps. So in that case, what you would want to do is, if you're going to reset this for everyone, reset it for everyone, and then about a week later, reset it for a portion of those users. And then the next week reset it for a smaller portion of users, so that you can essentially balance out your password change load over that period of time.